يقول راجي عفو رب سامعي محمد بن الجزري الشافعي: الحمد لله وصلى الله على نبيه ومصطفاه محمد وآله وصحبه ومقرئ القرآن مع محبه. وبعد إن هذه مقدمة فيما على قارئه أن يعلمه، إذ واجب عليهم محتم قبل الشروع أولا أن يعلموا مخارج الحروف والصفات ليلفظوا بأفصاح اللغات، محرر التجويد والمواقف وما الذي رسم في المصاحف.
أفضل الصلاة وأتم التسليم على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين. اللهم علمنا ما ينفعنا وانفعنا بما علمتنا وزدنا علما وعملا متقبلا يا أرحم الراحمين. Oh Allah, teach us what benefit us, increase us in knowledge and good morals and good deeds ya Arham Ar-Rahim. We continue by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's blessings in explaining Al-Jazariyya by Imam Ibn Al-Jazari rahimahullah. And we stopped at the ha, and we were reading some examples on the ha. As we mentioned, we don't have the ha in English. The Arabic ha, we don't have it in English. And this is why we have to pay attention to this letter so that we pronounce it correctly from its right place and with its right manner. Inshallah, I wanted to tell you about the definition of the Quran because some kids, or many of you, or most of you in the test, they did not answer this question correctly or completely, and this is something that is not acceptable. So you have to know the definition of the Quran very well. So we're gonna delay this since we have some absence today. We're gonna delay it to the next time, inshallah. And let's move right away to the rest of the examples that we stopped at. In the ha, as we mentioned, how is the ha produced? The ha sakina. The air goes through the vocal cords, right? And what happens? They shake, right? Nah, right? This is why this sound of the ha is like this, because the vocal cords are close. They're not closed, but close, right? They're close, and they're not very wide open, right? Okay. We also said the ha has hams. Who knows why the ha has, or what is hams in the first place? What is hams in the first place? Hams is the flowing of the breath with the letter. That is hams. Hams is what? The flowing of the breath with the letter. If I say, for example, as we will see today inshallah, if I say Allah, if I say is that hams? Is there a breath going with the letter? There isn't, right? No, this is only the sound that is flowing, the sound that is consistent. But when you say but if you hold a tissue and try and see. When you say see the air, but when you say no air, right? So in the ghain, the sound is flowing, and that is what is that called? Rakhawa. While in the ha, the breath is flowing, and that is what? That is hams. Okay, that is hams. Also the ha is rikhu, by the way. Also the ha is rikhu because also the sound is flowing, right? The shadid letters ajid, qatin, bakat. The ha is not one of them. So it's rikhu, the sound and the breath together. But in the ghain only the sound flows. So the ha, you have to have the breath with it, right? Nah, nah, ha, ha, hu, he, hu, he. Even in all harakat, you notice? Huh? Nah, ha, hu, he. Notice? With all harakat, there is a breath with the ha. So the ha has hams, and the ha is from aqsa al-halq, right? The far throat, when the vocal cords are close and the air goes through and shake them. That's the ha. That's the ha sakina. Fatha, dhamma, kasra, ha with fatha, ha with dhamma, ha with kasra. That will be determined by the shape of the lips and the shape of the tongue, right? Ha, the lips are normal, the tongue is flat. Ha, ha, hu, the back part is raised, the lips are protruded and very well rounded. He, the lower jaw is going down a little bit, the middle part of the tongue is raised, and the lips are normal. He, ha, hu, nah, nah, ha. Okay. I remind you that I made all of the 12 letters or sounds that we don't have in English but we have in Arabic. I put them in 2 videos with explanation, with the pictures, with both of the videos are almost 20 minutes or 25 minutes. Then I made exercise on those letters. This exercise is extremely important. It's less than 3 minutes. Encourage all of your students to do this exercise every day. Show them. Take your cell phone out, show them. Go to the Arabic class playlist, you find them there. Or you go to the Tajweed Made Easy for All playlist. In my channel, you also find it there. Tajweed Made Easy for All. It's less than 3 minutes. You go there and show them how. They do this exercise every day, then they get these letters. If they don't, they will not improve. You know why? Because they don't use these letters in their language. So if they do this exercise every day, inshallah, it will help them. Maybe I'm gonna make a song also about these letters later to make it also more interesting. Because we have to think of ways that enable the kids to love it and to learn it and to love to watch it. Right? I saw some videos from the non-Muslims, how they're teaching English. Is really interesting. The kids, they love it because these people, they think really how to make it interesting. But we have failed in this field. We have failed, or at least we don't have enough material that is correct, and that is of high quality, and that is at the same time interesting. You find some videos, some people teaching the letters and they're doing the letters wrong. So may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala forgive us for our negligence and shortcomings and help us to teach them in the right way. So that is the ha. Let's continue the examples very quickly. Then we'll move to the next letter. We stopped at فَلْيَدْعُ نَادِيَهُ. فَلْيَدْعُ نَادِيَهُ. Yalla, I'm gonna read the example, you repeat. فَلْيَدْعُ نَادِيَهُ. All together. فَلْيَدْعُ نَادِيَهُ. No, not to yourself, you have to raise your voice. فَلْيَدْعُ نَادِيَهُ. Take it and read aloud. يلا. فَلْيَدْعُ نَادِيَهُ. Practice. If you don't practice now, when will you practice? Huh? So here, who knows how to connect this word in Surah Al-Alaq? Raise your finger if you know. If you connect this word, Nadia, how do you connect it? What's the haraka of the ha? Huh? Who, right? فَلْيَدْعُ نَادِيَهُ. سَنَدْعُ الزَّبَانِيَةِ. Right? What's the haraka? Who knows how to continue in this word? سَنَدْعُ الزَّبَانِيَةِ. Huh? 2. Excellent. 2. Zabaniya, this has ta, not ha, even though they're pronounced the same at waqf, because ta marbuta, as we mentioned many times, right? Ta marbuta, how is it pronounced when we stop on it? Ha, right? But in this ayah, Nadia is a ha, which is Nadiyahu. Let him call his party or his club. But the other one is الزبانية, the angels. Ta, الزبانية. You said two? No. سندعو الزبانية. Look at it. سندعو الزبانية, because this is an object. We will call the زبانية. We will call the زبانية. That's an object. مفعول به منصوب. سندعو الزبانية. Okay? سندعو الزبانية. Okay. Now, سندعو الزبانية. That's the ha. يلا, let's continue. سندعو الزبانية. Everyone read aloud. سندعو الزبانية. صلوا عليه. It needs an effort. It needs practice. Of course, most Muslims they don't get this letter. It's 10 hasanat, right? Don't lose this 10 hasanat. You know there is a surah called Al-A'raf, right? You all memorized this surah, right? At least memorized it one day. Right? We all memorized it one day, right? What is Al-A'raf? What does Al-A'raf mean? Huh?
The heights.
The heights. Where are these heights? Smoky Mountains? Where are these heights? Inshallah, I'm planning to make a book on the names of the Quran, the names of the surah of the Quran and their meanings and why they're called this way. Inshallah, if Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wills, when we have the time. Allah knows when. 10 years, 15, 20 years. Al-A'raf is a fence. Is a fence or heights between Jannah and Nar, between Jahannam and Jannah. Who's there on those heights? Who will be there? You know? Who?
People have like equal bad deeds.
Equal hasanat and equal sayyat. Imagine. Of course, these are Muslims, by the way. Or believers in general. What does that mean? Maybe Christians, true Christians, before the Prophet ﷺ, they were Christians who are truly Christians, followed Sayyidina Isa alayhi salam and believed in Sayyidina Isa as a messenger, right or no? Right? Same thing Sayyidina Musa, same thing Sayyidina Nuh, etc. So believers from the time of Sayyidina Adam until the day of judgment, believers in general, true believers, okay? Who, or non-Muslim believers, let's say, who were before Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And why I'm emphasizing on this? Because now we have some Muslims. This is very important for you to learn and understand. Now we have some Muslims saying, Allah says in the Quran, إِنَّ الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا وَالَّذِينَ هَادُوا وَالنَّصَارَى وَالصَّابِئِينَ مَنْ آمَنَ بِاللَّهِ وَالْيَوْمِ الْآخِرِ وَعَمِلَ صَالِحًا فَلَهُمْ أَجْرٌ عِنْدَ رَبِّهِمْ وَلَا خَوْفٌ عَلَيْهِمْ وَلَا هُمْ يَحْزَنُونَ. Surah Al-Baqarah, right? That those who believe in the الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا وَالَّذِينَ, and the Jews and the Christians and the Sabians and those, whoever believes in Allah, مَنْ آمَنَ بِاللَّهِ وَالْيَوْمِ الْآخِرِ, and the last day, and do good deeds, فَلَهُمْ أَجْرٌ, they will get their reward and there shall be no grief on them, there shall be no fear on them, nor shall they grieve. So they're saying, Muslims now, people who call themselves Muslims now, they're saying this, they're saying, so Christians, they don't have to follow Islam to be saved. And Jews, same thing. Just if they believe in God, just God, and the hereafter, and they do good deeds, khalas, they'll be saved. This is what Allah says. And they did not, they ignored the ayah, وَمَنْ يَبْتَغِي غَيْرَ الْإِسْلَامِ دِينًا فَلَنْ يُقْبَلَ. Whoever takes other than Islam as a religion, it will not be accepted of him. Then they tell you, Islam here is submission. Yes. Then, how these are believers, you consider them believers and they believe in Allah or in God as a three. How these will be both correct? Now some Muslims, they say this, and now they issued a book. I don't want to mention the name of the book because it's not worth mentioning it, and we don't want to make it famous. But unfortunately, some Muslim scholars or so-called scholars, in my opinion, they're not pointing out the serious aqidah errors in such a book. So you have to be very careful. After Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam was sent, there is no religion that Allah will accept other than Islam. No, this is like aqidah. You don't believe this, you're out of Islam, because the whole Quran and Sunnah is so many proofs. It mentions this crystal clear. Otherwise, we'll just be like these people. All religions lead you to God. How silly such a statement is. Especially how silly it will be when it comes from someone who's like claims to have studied the Quran or studied Islam. Anyway, that's not our job to say these people will go to hell or not. Of course, that's another topic, because we don't judge people who are non-Muslims to be all in the hellfire. Because we don't know. Why we don't know? The one who will be tortured in the hellfire is someone who received the message of Islam clearly, then rejected. Clearly and correctly, then rejected. How do you know your neighbor got the message of Islam correctly? Do you know? You know your friend in school. You know she got the message of Islam correctly, and then she rejected it. Do you know? You don't know. You know about your neighbor? You don't know. So we don't know about these people around us. So this is why we dare not judge any of them. And that's not our business. Our business is what? What is our business with them? Huh? What is our business? Just to show them Islam. That's our business. Then we leave it to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We don't guarantee we will go to Jannah. Who guarantees, guys, among you will go to Jannah? Who? If you guarantee, raise your hand. None of Muslims don't. If any Muslim thinks or claims that he guarantees that he will go to Jannah, he's a liar. And he's ignorant. You know why? Because how do you know you will die as a Muslim? How do you know? No one knows. This is why we say, oh Allah, you are the one who turns the hearts over. Keep our hearts steadfast on your faith. Right? We don't know. We always should make this dua. Some Muslims, they left Islam. You know why? Because they did not learn Islam. They don't have any proofs in their minds. They were born to a Muslim family, and because they're Muslim. Then when some devils came to them, devils from the ins, from humans, or devils from jinn, they came to them and they started giving them some proofs and science and and evolution and proofs and logic and then this person who did not study Islam and did not learn that Islam has logical and reasonable and rational and philosophical proofs that are not beatable in any way. He did not learn, so he changes, he moves, either atheist or Christian or whatever. Alhamdulillah, this is very, very, very few percentage, but it's there. If we don't admit it's there, then we're just lying to ourselves. So, what brought us to this? Huh? A'raf. So on the A'raf, who will be there? Believers whose hasanat are equal to their sayyi'at. Imagine, ya shabab. Shabab who are wasting 2 hours on video games. Shabab who Saturday and Sunday they sleep until 11 o'clock. Shabab who are wasting Fajr prayer and who... If you have equal hasanat with equal sayyat, you will be on that fence for how many years? Anyone knows? Depends. Allah knows, maybe million, 2 million, 3 million years is nothing. If you compare any number to infinity, how much will that number, what's the value of that number? Who knows in math? 0. If you compare any number to infinity, it's 0. You understand why? Because this is limited, that is infinity. So even if you spend there on that fence million years, it's nothing, it's 0 in comparison to eternity. You understand? So every letter, Rasulullah told us sallallahu alaihi wasallam, every letter you pronounce, you recite in the Quran, you get 10 hasanat, 10. So let's get these letters. If someone say, صلوا يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا علي صلوا علي, it means make salah for me. This is what it means because you dropped the ha. So you change the meaning and you lost the 10 hasanat. صلوا عليه. You show the ha and give the right meaning. If you say صلوا عليه, it means make salah for me. It's صلوا عليه, make salah for him. You see? يلا صلى الله عليه وسلم. صلوا عليه ولتكبروا الله على. Now when we have these letters ha and hamza and ayn and ha close in one word, now many students they confuse and they drop one of them on account of the other. This is why you have to pay extra attention. وَلِتُكَبِّرُوا اللَّهَ عَلَى مَا هَدَاكُمْ. يَعْلَمْهُ اللَّهُ. يَعْلَمْهُ اللَّهُ. يَعْلَمْهُ اللَّهُ. I'll give you one. I have one. This is a common mistake here. As you can see, I put on the meme, I put sukoon. You know why? Because many students they read it يَعْلَمُهُ اللَّهُ وَمَا تَفْعَلُوا مِنْ خَيْرٍ يَعْلَمْهُ اللَّهُ. Meme has sukoon here. Pay attention and show the ha. يَعْلَمْهُ اللَّهُ. يَعْلَمْهُ اللَّهُ. Yalla, so that you can practice. Always when the students are reading to you, do these things. Especially, I'm talking all of you almost Sunday school teachers. Please pay attention to these things. Never let the student read to you while he's facing the wall. The student should face you when he's reading or she's reading. So you let them sit and face you, face to face, so that you see how they're doing the letters. Someone saying, Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim. Did you hear the last letter? It appears meme, but he's doing noon. If you're not you have to be you have very sensitive ears and very long experience to catch that. So in order to avoid these mistakes, let the kid look at you. Tell him, look at me. Even if he's reading like this, tell him, no, look at me. You understand? So that you see, if he's a Rahim, you know he did not close his lips. He did not say the meme. Many students, by the way, in Fatiha, watch this and pay attention. They say, Ihdina as-sirata al-mustaqim. Did you come across some students like this? Right? Mustaqim. So when you see they close their lips, alhamdulillah. Number one. So let them face you. If you're giving them reading, don't let them read like this. Right? You have to see their mouth. So what do you tell them? Hold the mushaf like this. See, look at me, look. You can see my mouth. Huh? When I make this, see? Let them hold the mushaf like this. Tilted, like this. What else? Make sure they don't have gum in their mouth. Once they start reading to you, tell them, open your mouth. Once they start, I want you all to do this. We're not kidding. This is responsibility and amana. Allah will ask us. So we have to do it right. Tell them once they sit, tell them, open your mouth. Make this, open your teeth. Make this. And let them do some 3-second exercise. Say a, oo, e. Make lip exercise. Okay, that will help them. Inshallah. You make sure no gum in the mouth. And will help them to pronounce the letters correctly. Okay. قُلْنَا اهْبِطُوا هَادُوا. Can you put us both? Can you put both of us?
It's blurry.
Huh?
It's blurry.
No problem. خلاص leave it. هودا وقالوا كونوا هودا كونوا هودا شو ده وقالوا كونوا هودا هي بيضاء اهبط اهبط أهدى اهدنا اهدنا معهم وإن الله لهو العزيز. louder guys. وإن الله وإن الله لهو not لهو no has ضمة لهو all these are common mistakes from you guys, you and other students, so pay attention. وإن الله لهو العزيز. أوفوا بعهدي مطهرة. See, this word is important. مطهرة مطهرة أن يستنكحها كحها أن يستنكحها إلا وجهه to her. Now pay attention, إلا وجهه. Okay, these are repeated. هادو هودا هي بيضاء انبت. الطهار I think we did it before, right? Didn't we? الطهار. Okay. اهدنا. doesn't have answer. الطهار we practice. Okay. معهم we practice. Okay. أشركه we practice أشركه, right? So some of them I don't know why. Maybe I was copying them. I copied them from another place in the wrong way. Okay. بارك الله فيك. Okay. جزاك الله خير. Okay. جباههم ومن يكرههن. Louder guys, louder boys. ومن يكرههن. So here we have the kaf has hams. Then as you can see we have ha with sukoon, right? We have ha with sukoon. Then ha with dhamma, right? يكرههن. You see it here, ha with sukoon and ha with dhamma, right? So what do we do here? Whenever you have a letter, second letter followed by the same letter which is mutaharrik, what do you do? Idgham, right? What is this type of idgham called? Idgham mutamathil or idgham al-mithlain. Okay? What do? We merge it. We drop the first, stress the second, like this. وَمَن يُكْرِههُّنَّ. Try. Okay. فأذاقها الله. Yeah, I see why they're like, because we practice some of them. Some of them are repeated. Okay. إن الله هو ربي. إن الله هو. So the two ha. Not many students. إن الله هو ربي وربكم. إن الله هو. Where is the ha?
إن الله هو ربي وربكم.
إن الله هو ربي وربكم.
Okay. أخذته الصيحة.
أخذته الصيحة.
Okay, this we write it. وما طحاها
وما طحاها
إلا أن تتقوا منهم تقاه.
إلا أن تتقوا منهم
But that is not that one, right? That is a different one. But who knows what is that word end with? إلا أن تتقوا منهم تقاه. What is it? This one, اتقوا الله حق تقاته, Surah Ali Imran. اتقوا الله حق تقاته. That's Ali Imran. This one, the one that I said, إلا أن تتقوا منهم تقاه فليس من الله في شيء إلا أن تتقوا منهم تقاه. Right? Who knows how is that word if you connect it? Huh? What is it? You're حفاظ. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. حفاظ. What is it? إلا أن تتقوا منهم ها؟ تقاتن تقاه تقاتا تقاتا ويحذركم الله. Right? تقاتا ويحذركم الله. This is why one level of hafظ is just to memorize at the end, just the end of the ayah. Or this is even not the end of the ayah, right? This is in the middle of the ayah. So you have to look and raise the level of your hafظ to know if you connect this word how it will be. Because suppose a student is reading to you and he connects it and he says إلا أن تتقوا منهم تقاه ويحذروا, and you're fine. Right? You have to pay attention to this. It is تقاتا ويحذركم الله نفسه. Okay. إن وعد الله حق. Okay. ما أغنى عني مالية هلك عني سلطانية. How do you connect that? Who knows? 2 ways. You finish the first khatma. Yalla, what's the first way of connecting these 2 words? Huh? Say? So what's the first way? Idgham. Because this ha is originally sakin. This is called ha as-sakn. Originally this word is maliya. Ya is just ya. But with the Arabs sometimes with some words when they stop they add a ha. It's called ha of stopping or ha of pausing. Ha as-sakt. So it is maliya. So ha with sukoon followed by ha. Ha with fatha. What do you do? We just mentioned yukrihunna. What do you do? Idgham. Idgham what? مثلين or متماثل. So this is the first way. You read like this. ما أغنى عني مالية هلك عني. ما أغنى عني مالية هلك عني سلطانية. Okay? Take enough breath so that you get the other ha. ما أغنى عني مالية هلك عني سلطانية. The other way is what? Sect. The other way is what? Sect. Okay? So only 2 ways. Either you merge it or you have to make sect. How? Like this. ما أغنى عني مالية هلك عني سلطانية. Of course, for the normal Muslim, when the students are reading to you, don't get them into this because this is for advanced learners, okay? Just tell them to do what? Just tell them to stop, right? ما أغنى عني مالية هلك عني. Okay? Any question? Okay. Last point on the ha, or last 2 points. When we have the ha with sukoon in the middle of a word,
make sure you do not round your lips when you pronounce that ha, especially when it is preceded by a letter with dhamma. Okay, this is a common mistake. And this rule, let's add this here. Apply these rules to what? To all letters. Who knows what that means? Means what? I-E. Do we need a dot before I-E? A period? I-E. Like this. Round your lips. When? Only when you have a dhamma on the letter. Example, huh? You don't say muhtadun. Look, huh? Muh. When I'm pronouncing the how are my lips? Muhtadun. Most 99% of people read it this way. Muhtadun. What's the haraka of the ha? Sukoon. So how should the lips be? Normal. So you don't say muh. No, what do you say? Muhtadun. Muhta. You round them only when you have the dhamma. Then when there's no dhamma, you bring them back normal. Muhtadun. Clearer example here. Ya Nuh. Bitu. Ya Nuh bitu bisalam. Try. Okay? These types of examples, if you don't watch the mirror, if you don't look at the mirror, you will not improve. You will not even know. You will not feel it. So the mirror will help you so much in this. Ya Nuh bitu bisalam. So when the lips are normal, that will give the letter its clarity. If the letter has sukoon and you're rounding your lips, that will not make it clear. So round your lips when the letter before the ha, with the letter before the ha, round your lips. Nu, hu. Then, but you bring them back to normal position when you pronounce the ha, right? Nu, hu, right? Hu. Okay. This rule applies, I already added it. Okay, so let's delete this here. This rule applies to all letters. So when you have a letter with sukoon preceded by a letter with dhamma, we should not keep the lips rounded when we pronounce the letter with the sukoon. Right? What should we do rather? Bring them back normal. Clear? Some other examples before we move to the next letter. Very important examples. I should not put the dhamma here anyway because I put it just to show you, but you should know it. Okay, look, same thing. Why you don't put the dhamma on this alif? Uhshuru, uhkum, uslu, uqtulu. Why we don't put hamza? Why we don't put haraka? Because in the Quranic writing, hamza al-wasl, they don't put the haraka on it. So you should know the haraka. You should know. Can we add a haraka to make it easier for people? What do you think? Can we? Or it's bid'ah? What do you think? Now many students, they make mistakes here. Ihkum, someone say ihkum or ahkum. How they know? They need to learn the hamza wasl rules, hamza al-wasl in nouns and hamza al-wasl in verbs. He doesn't even know this is a verb or a noun, right? He doesn't know. You know this is a verb or a noun, uhkum or uqtulu. Many of you don't know. You need to learn. We spent 5 Arabic classes to to mention the signs that help you to distinguish between nouns and verbs. 5 classes at least. What do you think?
It's just because it's a technical rule. It's supposed to, it's a rule, so you just have to learn the rule.
I'm not here.
I mean, it's a rule, it's a tajweed rule, right? So that you have to know that rule.
Yeah, you have to learn that rule. Exactly. But people are not learning. So is it wrong or haram to put the haraka for Hamzat al-Wasl so that they read it right? What do you think? If you were paying attention when we talked about the history of writing the Quran, you should know the answer. Who put the dots on the letters? Was that done in the time of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam? No. In the time of Sahaba? No. It's not in the time of Sahaba. It was not done in the time of Sahaba. It was done later on. Nasr bin Asim al-Laythi later on. Maybe at the end of the time of Sayyidina Ali or after. I forgot exactly if it's in his time or after. Harakat in his time. He called Abu al-Aswad ad-Du'ali, right? He put the harakat. And they used dots, as we mentioned, dots to represent the harakat. Then they changed the harakat with these slashes or these signs, and then they put the dots to distinguish the similar letters. So just as they did dots to make it easier for people, so that they don't make mistakes, even if you put fatha or dhamma or kasra, that's not a big deal. That's fine. Okay? That is fine. But to change a letter, to take a letter or add a letter, that is not allowed. But to put fatha, dhamma, kasra, a dot, that is fine. Okay? Allah knows best. And when the scholars they talk that we cannot change the Quranic writing, they mean what? The base of the Quranic writing, like the letters themselves, not their dots, because the dots were not there, not the harakat were not there. The main writing, if there's like لأذبحنه, right? Surah, which surah? لأذبحنه أو ليأتيني بسلطان مبين. Surah Saba, right? Right? If you look in that word, there's a letter that is not pronounced. What is that letter? Who knows? What's that letter? The alif, right? That letter is silent, is not pronounced, right? That letter is not pronounced. But can you? It's a naml, right? Not Saba, naml, I meant. Sayyidina Sulaiman, right? Talking about the لأذبحنه Surah Al-Naml ayah مالي لا أرى الهدهد, right? Ayah 21. أو لأذبحنه. There's an alif that is silent, is not mentioned. So here we cannot take it. Look what they did in this mushaf, for example. They put it in gray. That's fine. You see? Why they put it in gray? To tell you it's silent. Very nice, nice. Good innovation. Wallahi, it's very good innovation, ya akhi. Because if they don't do this, Muslims are not learning. They just want to, okay. If you can do something to help them avoid mistakes, you don't do it, we should do it, right? If we want to be close-minded, okay, then that's a different issue. We don't want to, right? So look here, they just put it in gray. And before we have the colored mushaf, who knows? The scholars of the Quranic writing, they put a sign on that alif. Who knows what that sign is? Tilted circle, right? Tilted circle. Even before the letter, before the colors, before the tajweed colored mushaf, if you see this sign on any letter, this sign, you see it? This sign, this not sukoon, this is a closed circle, which is like tilted a little bit. I'm gonna make it big like this. When you see this sign, like an oval, right? Oval, which is tilted. When you see this sign on a letter, this means what?
This letter is what? Silent in all cases. Whether you stop on it, on the word, whether you connect the word, this means this letter is silent. Is this clear? So in this mushaf, before the colors, the scholars, the Muslim scholars, they did not take that letter. They say, it's not pronounced. Why should we keep it? No, because this is how it was written in the time of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Even though it's not read, but this is how it was written in his presence. Why is it there? If you don't know, this doesn't mean you can take it away. You don't know. Maybe there's a reason or a secret that the scholars later on will know. And now if we search, you can find some scholars give you some nice wisdoms behind it. It's related to counting sometimes, related, many reasons. But if you don't know, that doesn't mean, let's take it. So instead of taking it, what did they do? To make people who are reading, make them avoid the mistake and reading this letter. Because if you read it, then it will be لَآذْبَحَنَّ. It's not read like this. Sometimes it's related to some qira'at also. Some letters in our qira'ah is not read. In some other qira'at it's read. So it's kept there to accommodate all qira'at. In the Quranic writing, the scholars, they put this tilted circle, oval circle, to tell us what? This letter is silent. Now, alhamdulillah, with technology, they made it even easier, and they put this letter in gray. Alhamdulillah. Isn't that good? Rasulullah did not do it, even if. Sahaba did not do it, even if. Not everything they did not do is wrong to do or haram to do. Right? Maybe if they're in our time, they could have done it. Okay. Alhamdulillah. So, back to uhshuru. These words, what's the rule here? We're gonna focus on what? The lips are rounded only when you have the dhamma. Now, when there's no dhamma, the letter is sakin, bring the lips back normal. Uhshuru. This is very clear example. Uhshuru. Yal. Uhshuru. See? Uhkum. Look, I'm gonna do the wrong way and you tell me the difference. Look how the students read sometimes, most of them. Uhkum. Listen. Uhkum and uhkum. What did you notice? What happened to the ha? When we pronounced it right. What happened? Close that door. What happened to the ha? It was not clear. Shall I do it again? It's very clear. Clearer. Right? Uhkum or uhkum. Very clear. Why? It's very obvious, very logical. Because when you're rounding your lips, less air is going and making a different sound. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Right? Ooh, ooh. Okay. Uhkum. Yuqtal. Yuq. Not as many students read. Yuq. Qu. It's sukun ya akhi. So when the kid is not doing the qalqala right, as many students do, and many readers and reciters, tell him, put the lips normal, so that the sukun will come there. It's not yuqu, qu, that's dhamma. It's yuqu, q. Yuqtal, yujzi. Yujzi. Where is this? Yujzi. Yujza, right? Yujza, right? فلا يجزى إلا مثلها, right? Not yujzi. Okay. Yujza. Same thing, not yujza. Okay. Al-muhsinin. Practice aloud. Al-muhsinin. Yudlu. Usluk. Very important example, Usluk. أسلك يدك
أسلك يدك
اقتلوا. It's not أقو no, it's سكون. أقتو. See? اقتلوا يوسف. Don't kill him. Don't kill Yusuf. Okay, his brother said اقتلوا Yusuf. Okay, any question? We're done with Hamza and Ain. Hamza and Ha. And we move to the next group of letters, which is Ain and Ha. Any question about Hamza and Ha? I think we covered the most common mistakes. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala help us to read it right and help others to read it right as well. So, we're done with the first half of line 11. What does Imam Ibn al-Jazari say, rahimahullah? ثم لأقصى الحلق همز هاء ثم لأقصى الحلق همز هاء ومن وسطه فعين حاء. So we're done. ثم لأقصى الحلق همز هاء. He said, then to the far throat we have Hamza and Ha. Now what does he say? ومن وسطه, and from his middle. Is that right? From his middle. Is that right? From his middle. What is it? From? Say it, don't be afraid. Its middle, because we're talking about what? The throat, right? Non-human thing, the throat. So, and from its middle, وَمِن وَسَطِهِ. So as you can say here, وَسَطِهِ, so that they consider the throat as masculine noun, right? Masculine. Al-halq, in Arabic, al-halq is what? Masculine. So this is why he said وَسَطِهِ. If it's feminine, what would have he said? What would he have said? If it is feminine, what would he have said? وَسَطِهَا, right? Okay. وَمِن وَسَطِهِ فَعَيْنٌ حَاء. Clear, right? Ain and Ha. Okay. Let's see how is the Ain and the Ha, how are these two letters produced. So we explained before that وسط الحلق is the area of what? What is the main part there? What is the main part that we're going to move there? The epiglottis. The epiglottis. The epiglottis is in the middle throat, and that is the main thing that will move to produce the Ain and the Ha, right? The Ain and the Ha. Let's see what the epiglottis is before we move on.
The closed position, no design of the passenger tracheostomy and ventilator swallowing and speaking valve was invented by David Muir. The larynx elevated and at the same time kept out. Since 1980, as clinical benefit stand the function and clinical normal respiration and swallow, and the impact of a tracheostomy tube on the functions of the aerodigestive tract. In a normal airway, without a tracheostomy tube,
Is it clear?
inhalation and exhalation
Huh?
occur through the mouth and nose.
Okay guys, look here.
In a normal airway, without a tracheostomy tube, inhalation.
Okay. What is this? The white thing here. The vocal cords, right? These are the vocal cords or folds. What is this here? This. What's happened to your voices? I don't have the mic. What about you? Same thing? The windpipe or the trachea, like this, trachea. The trachea or the windpipe. And what is this pipe here, before it? Behind it. Behind it. Huh? What is this? What is it? Esophagus? The esophagus? Yes. The esophagus, right? The food pipe. The food pipe, right? So the food pipe is here, the windpipe is here. When you eat, the food will come where? Here. Why doesn't the food go here to the windpipe. This happens when you sometimes drink while you're standing and quick. This happens, right? Or you're eating fast. Some food goes here, right? This is why you start coughing so that the food will come out, because it's not in the right place. But normally if you're sitting, and what happens? Look what will happen. The epiglottis, what closes the windpipe when you're swallowing? The epiglottis, look.
And exhalation occur through the mouth and nose.
You see how the air going? See where the air going?
Air. Nose.
See?
Airflow moving through the airway enables smell and taste, normal sensation, and of course, speech, by allowing the air to pass through the vocal folds. During a normal swallow, the larynx elevates and moves forward.
What is the larynx? The voice box, which has the vocal cords, right? That's the larynx. Al-Hanjara in Arabic. You should learn it. Al-Hanjara. They also say Adam's apple, right? Okay, even though we don't believe it's an apple, maybe it's an apple, it's not a big deal, maybe, who knows? It's not a big deal, yani. No, it's not an apple, that's right. No, maybe it's an apple, ya akhi, it's not a big deal. Doesn't matter, right? Okay.
And acts as a mechanical lever. This action.
Look what happened, look what happened. Did you see? So this is the epiglottis. It's here, right? You see it here, here. See it here, subhanallah. So what will happen? It will close the windpipe, right, ya Shaykh?
Moves forward and acts as a mechanical lever. This action causes the epiglottis to flap over the trachea, protect the airway, and direct food or liquid into the esophagus. For a normal swallow, the vocal folds close and breathing temporarily stops. Positive pressure is generated below the vocal folds. Because the swallow is both mechanical and pressure-driven, food and liquid are propelled into the esophagus and at the same time kept out of the larynx and trachea for a safe and effective swallow.
SubhanAllah. So this is the epiglottis. What is this here, guys? What is this? The place where I'm pointing exactly. What is it? Huh? The throat. What is particularly in the throat? What part? This is the middle part of the throat. Why? Because this is the far part, the far throat, right? Aqsa al-halq. Here's the vocal cords. Hamza and Ha here. Here, middle throat, right? Right or no? Here, what is here? Near throat. So here we have Hamza and Ha. Here, wasat al-halq, the middle throat. We have Ayn and Ha. What is this particularly here? Tell me. Isn't this the back wall of the throat? Right? This is the back wall of the throat, right? Okay. Opposite to the back wall here, opposite to this area, what do we have? Huh? The epiglottis. That is wasat al-halq, the middle throat. It's the area of lisan al-mizmar. You remember we explained it last time? We said lisan means tongue, mizmar means flute. Maybe it's because it's in the shape of the flute. So lisan al-mizmar, the epiglottis area. That's where we have the Ayn and Ha. Now, how do we have them? How are they produced? Who can tell me? We explained this many times. How are the Ayn and Ha produced? The air is going here, right? Coming from here from the voice box, right? And will go here. Now this is a common passage, right? One passage here. What will happen?
The epiglottis will close for Ayn and it will open for Ha.
Will close for Ayn. That's correct, but not precisely correct. The epiglottis will move. Where? Is there a place here to move here? It will move to the back, right? It moves back, right? It will move back to the back wall of the throat. And when the air goes, what happened? Now the passage is very tight, right? The passage was like this. Now the epiglottis went back like this, right? What happened to the passage? It's tight now. it will go back. The epiglottis go back to the back wall of the throat, but not closing completely. If it's closing completely, what will happen? No sound will come out. Right, ya shabab? No sound will come out. Is the epiglottis closes completely that vocal tract. Right? Like this. This is what will happen. If you move the epiglottis back to the back wall of the throat completely, this is the sound. Tell me what letter is this? No letter. Right? No letter. So it will go back to the back wall of the throat, but not completely closing the passage. Like this. See how the air is going, and this is very tight passage, making this sound. You see, right? Right? Okay. Now I'm gonna play the video again. I want you, when the Ain is produced, raise your hand like this. When the Ain is produced, raise your hands.
During a normal swallow, the larynx elevates and moves forward.
When is the Ain produced? Aywa. One more time. One more time. Huh? Guys. Listen. If the epiglottis closes the windpipe completely, right? The Ain will not come again. Right? The Ain will not come. Because no air at all coming out. It closed it completely. Now it's swallowing process. But before it closes it, here in this exact area here, look, when this is it, you see, when it reaches here, that is the Ain. Exactly. Look here, as I'm going to show you inshallah in the video also Sheikh Ayman made. This is the Ain. Look where. This is it. See it? See the Ain? This is the Ain. Where is the air coming? From here, here. You see the tight passage? A little bit back, a little bit. This is the Ain. You see the Ain? This is the Ain, guys. Now, the Ha is exactly from the same area. Who can tell me the difference?
A little bit less.
Less. Why less? Look at the sound. The passage is wider or tighter? Wider. This is why Ha has hams with it. Breath. There's a breath with the Ha. Look here. Look ya Sheikh. Look ya cameraman. Look here. There's a breath with the Ha or no? Ha. Hu. He. See? But look at the Ain. Did you see? So we can say this is the Ha, as you can see here. The epiglottis go back to the back wall of the throat, but in the Ain it goes back more like this. Let's say here. Okay? Something like this here. Let's say this is the Ain. Let's say this is the Ha. A little bit less. Clear? I don't think we can be clearer than this. Okay. So that is how the Ain is produced. Okay. I want to show you Sheikh Ayman's explanation. Okay. Okay guys, look here please.
وسطه فعين حاء. انظروا إلى هذه الصورة المتحركة تبين لنا مخرج العين.
Look at the Ain, look.
إلى منطقة لسان المزمار.
ما شاء الله. Look.
وهي منطقة
Amazing video. Look.
كيف أن لسان المزمار يعود إلى الخلف لما ننطق العين.
That's the Ain.
مثلا نقول هكذا. رأيتم كيف رجع لسان المزمار؟ فهكذا لما يرجع لسان المزمار يتضيق المخرج فيخرج صوت العين الفصيحة سواء كان ساكنا أو متحركا. اللوحة التي بعدها نرى مخرج حرف الحاء.
Look at the ha.
انظروا إلى
Same thing.
لسان المزمار.
What's the difference? Let's look at the here. The passage.
الذي كان
The passage is what?
عند حرف العين.
The passage is wider. Right? That's the ha. Ah. See? Ah. Nah. See? Now if we put the two pictures together, you can see clearly the comparison. Look at the comparison here. You can see the Ain, the passage is tighter than the Ha. Is this clear? Okay. Okay. Here, very, very clear picture. See the Ain? The passage is tight. Here the passage is a little bit wider. Cannot be clearer than this. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala reward Sheikh Ayman and whoever worked with him to make these amazing pictures and videos. Okay. Any question about the Ain and Ha? Now, as we all know, the Ain doesn't exist in English, and it's really one of the confusing letters because you don't have it. But every human being in general, every human being has an epiglottis and has a back wall of the throat and has a throat, right? So every human being in general, they have it. But because you're not using this area, you're not using it, so you don't know. But if you have an American boy, lives with a Syrian family, for example, will he pronounce the Ain and grow up to know the Ain? Of course, because he will be doing it since he's young, right? So any person, any human being, take this rule. Every human being can pronounce any letter in the world, in any language, because all humans have the tools. But because you did not use a certain area in your speech system, that doesn't mean you cannot pronounce it, right? You just need to learn how it is produced, and to learn to practice producing it. Okay? With the Ain, write down this important advice for the kids. The kids, they think they pronounce the Ain by opening their mouth. They say ah, and that will not help them to pronounce it. That will make it difficult. You know why? Who knows why? When they open their mouth too much, what happens? All of the air is coming out, right? No, tell them keep your mouth normal. Tell him it's not by opening the mouth, it's from here. Point to them. Tell them it's from here. Do like this. Na, and guide them, as I told you, to the video, to the exercise, less than 3-minute exercise with these pictures. I put these same pictures. They see the pictures and they do this practice, inshallah. With some practice, they can get it. Most of you are non-Arabs. Alhamdulillah, you say the Ain, right? Most of you are non-Arabs. Alhamdulillah, you say the Ain correctly. How? By practice, right? You learned how it is and then you practice. Sometimes you skip it, but you have to pay attention. Yalla, let's start with the Ain and the examples. So, wasat al-halq is lisan al-mizmar. At this area, can you read? Read aloud so that you're close to the camera.
About this here.
Yeah, at this area.
At this area, two letters are produced, Ain and Ha. Ain is produced by bringing the epiglottis back to the wall of the throat, particularly the pharynx, but without complete touching. So the makhraj of the Ain is partially open, as seen in the following diagram.
Right, the makhraj of the Ain is partially open. Okay. We saw the picture, right? You can see the picture, right? Partially open. Listen to me, because it's partially open. What sifa is this letter has? What sifa does this letter have? Is it rikhu or shadid or bayni? Rikhu or shadid or bayni? It's bayni. Is neither rikhu, means the sound is not flowing completely, because the passage is not open completely. And it's not shadid because the passage is not closed completely. It's partially open, partially closed. This make it what? In middle. بيني letter. وبين رخو والشديد لن عمر وسبع علو خص ضغط قد حصر. Okay. Let's read some examples on the Ain. Then we're done, inshallah. Next time we continue. Yalla, let's.
So is buying tawassul or is it different?
What is it?
Is buying tawassul or
بيني or توسط, same thing. حروف بينية or حروف توسط, same thing. Okay, just different name, different terminology. No, same thing. Yalla, let's practice just one example at least, one line at least. Allah Akbar. لا إله إلا الله اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد. اللهم رب هذه الدعوة التامة والصلاة القائمة آت سيدنا محمد الوسيلة والفضيلة وابعث اللهم مقاما محمودا الذي وعدته إنك لا تخلف الميعاد. صلى الله على سيدنا محمد. Okay, practice عو عي. Now many kids, what do? They add a hamza before the ain. For example, القارعة, they say القارعة القارعة ريعة. So pay attention to this. Tell them there's no hamza. Go to the ain right. قارعة ريعة ريعة ريعة. Okay. عذاب أليم. عذاب عذاب. Don't open your mouth, okay? Keep your mouth normal, keep your lips normal. Tell them it's from here. Move the epiglottis back. عذاب عذاب أليم معهم القارعة. So it's not القارية ما القارية وما أدراك ما القارية. No. القارعة. Now you have عين and ha together. Now you need more attention, right? القارعة. فعق. The عين is light or heavy? Always light, right? فعق. فعقروها. Okay. Let's stop here. Inshallah, next time we will continue. Sallallahu ala Sayyidina Muhammad wa ala alihi wa sahbihi. This is very important. Some kids they say, Inna Allah, for example, they say, وَكَانَ اللَّهُ أَلِيمًا. Alima. This is particularly about Allah. They have to learn this. You say, وَكَانَ اللَّهُ أَلِيمًا. Aliman means painful. But Allah is aliman. Aliman is knowledgeable, not painful. Right? So we have to pay attention and put some effort. If you put some effort and you cannot pronounce it, khalas, Allah will not overburden you. You did your, but you don't put any effort and you say, no, it's difficult. I'm fine. Don't make it difficult. No. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will ask everyone, did you put an effort? Did you go to someone to teach you or not? Okay, this is particularly for the brothers who are watching and who might think that it's difficult, I cannot. Okay, Allah knows, right? We cannot judge and we should not judge. That's not our business. You have to go to someone who's qualified to help you and you do an effort and you do some exercise. Just suppose it's a karate course or whatever, right? Do some practice. If you cannot, you did your effort, you did your part, alhamdulillah, Allah definitely will not overburden you. Yes, sister.
in the istiaza, the a'un, it seems like I always have this problem, is why it's from the back of the throat, the farthest to the throat, and then going to the middle.
This is when you have two letters that are close to each other, you have this problem, right? You need to do what? You need to pay extra attention. You need to pay extra attention. In this example that the sister is mentioning, for example, in this example, what do we have? We have, Bismillah, we have the hamza, which is from the far throat, then moving to the middle throat, right? U. Always when you have these letters that are close, what do? Just practice everyone separate. Do them separate. Very easy, very nice. Then just put them together. أعوذ. Okay? Just do every letter separate. Master every letter separate, then put them together. And with some practice, inshallah, it will be easy. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala help us to recite the Quran in the right way and understand it in the right way and teach it to others in the right way. صلى الله على سيدنا وحبيبنا محمد وآله وصحبه وسلم والحمد لله رب العالمين.